Now, next section we are talking about DC motor. DC motor, let me tell you what is DC. DC is direct current. Direct current means that the direction of current does not change with respect to time. That means the direction of current in that particular circuit remains constant every time. So whenever you are using a battery, whenever you are using a cell, that kind of circuit is known as DC circuit, direct current circuit, where the direction of current remains constant, it is fixed. So we are studying about DC motor where we are using the direct current. That means we will be using a battery or a cell. So first we talk about what is motor. If I talk about what is motor, we use motor in several ways. We have many appliances at our homes where motor is used. So motor is an electric device. Motor is a rotating device which converts electrical energy into mechanical energy. So wherever you find that you switch on and there is a mechanical energy is obtained, you can identify that a motor is working into it. You must have an electric motor to pump the water from the ground floor to the top floor of your house. So that is an electric motor. So electric motor is a rotating device which convert electrical energy into mechanical energy. So first thing, what is motor? Second, on what principle does it work? So the same principle that I have explained in the last section. When a current carrying conductor is placed in a magnetic field, due to the presence of two different magnetic fields, it experiences a force which allows it to rotate about its axis. This is the principle on which it is working, and the direction of force can be identified by using Fleming left-hand rule that we have already studied. This is the principle on which the motor works. Now the construction, that is very important construction. So construction, I am just making it in the way that we can understand it. So this is a rectangular coil. A rectangular coil, we can give it a name A, B, C, D. This rectangular coil is made up of insulated copper wire, A, B, C, D. Insulated copper wire which is wrapped on a core material, then it makes into a form of rectangular coils. That's called armature coil. This is called an armature coil. I have given it a name ABCD. Then it is placed in between a permanent magnetic field. So these are the two poles of the magnet, north, south. So this is a magnet, generally we use a horseshoe shaped magnet. So horseshoe shaped magnet, so this is north pole of the magnet and the south pole of the magnet. So this armature coil is placed in between north and south pole of the permanent magnet. The two free ends A and D are connected to a ring which is also known as split ring. The split ring because this ring is split into two parts. So all that is a complete thing, but the portion that I have removed, this portion is insulated one. So that means the current cannot flow from one end to another end. So this is split ring. We call it split ring. A and D portion of the armature coil is connected with R1 and R2 of the split ring. We have given it a name, the two ends, we have given it a name R1 and R2. So this is called split ring. Now the split ring is joined with or in contact with a pair of carbon brushes respectively. So R1 is connected with B1 brush, carbon brush B1, and R2 is connected with B2 brush. Then these two brushes are in contact with the circuit. A battery can be used and we can use a switch or a key. So this makes the complete circuit. So this portion is known as external circuit and this is known as internal circuit. Armature coil, this is split ring, carbon brushes, battery and a key. Now this split ring and the armature coil together connected with an axle which is mounted into the motor. So they are connected with an axle, a rod. I just make a symbolically diagram of it. So this is a rod which connects split ring and armature coil. So all these three can rotate together. The axle, the split ring and the armature coil. These three can rotate together. Now the function of carbon brushes, that is very important. The carbon brushes, they are only in contact with the split ring. So once the split ring rotates, the carbon brushes remain intact in their position. Because if they start rotating, or if you think that if you do not place the brushes, if we directly tie the conducting wire with it, think about if the split ring rotates, the wire will also rotate and then it get twisted and then it will break down. So just to prevent the twisting of conducting wire of the external carbon brushes which remain in contact with the split ring. So current can easily flow through. So this is the construction: armature coil, the permanent magnet, then there is an axle, there is a split ring, and carbon brushes. The function of split ring is to change the direction of current in armature coil after every half rotation. The function of split ring is to change the direction of current in armature coil after every half rotation. Now how does it work? This was construction, how does it work? What happens as you switch on the key or the switch, the current starts flowing according to the figure. This is the direction of current. So current starts flowing from the positive end, B1, R1, A to B, and then C to D, then R2, B2, and then it makes the whole circuit. Now, A1, this is a straight current carrying conductor, AB part. So a magnetic field will be generated around it, a permanent magnetic field, the same application that I told you in the previous section. So there are two magnetic fields, a force will be acting upon it, and that direction of force can be identified by using Fleming method. So I just applied the direction of current is A to B. As I told you that my board is vertical but your copy will be horizontal towards my side. So the direction of current is A to B, that is from your side to my side. So this is the direction of current, direction of magnetic field. Now this is I'm just taking this direction. Direction of magnetic field is this one, and direction of current is from towards your side to my side. So I just hold it so that the direction of current remains this one. This is the direction of magnetic field, direction of current. So my thumb is going downward. That means a force will be acting upon it which allow AB portion to go downward. So if this is a coil, it will move downward. So this portion will move downward. I just write DW, that is for downward. And CD portion, again north south is same. Direction of current is C to D, that is from my side to your side. If I place the copy over here, so C to D, this C to D, and the thumb is going upward. So this portion will be going upward. I just write UW, upward. So this portion, AB portion will move downward and the CD portion will move upward. So if I have this coil, AB portion will move downward and the CD portion will move upward. So this coil will start rotating about its axis, that is axle. Now what happens after 1/4 rotation? This portion, insulated portion, will come before B1 and B2. So if the insulated portion comes before B1 and B2, obviously the current cannot flow through the circuit, the current should stop. If the current should stop, the coil should also stop rotating, but it doesn't happen because last year 9th class we studied inertia of motion. Due to inertia of motion, this coil keeps on rotating, and as soon as this portion comes in front of it, it generally passes it. And due to inertia of motion, because the coil keeps on rotating, the R1 and R2 interchange their position. So it does not stop the current, it does not stop the coil to rotate at all. It does not allow the coil to rotate at all, it keeps on rotating. So what happens after half cycle? After half cycle, this becomes R2, this becomes R1. Now, the direction of current in the first half was A, B, C, D. Now, this portion will change their position. After half rotation, the AB will become DC and it becomes B. So it becomes DCB. Now the direction of current goes in this direction, D to C, B to A. Now think about the direction of current, as I told you, the function of split ring to change the direction of current after every half rotation in armature coil. The direction of current in the first half, it was ABCD, now it is DCB, D to C, B to A. If you apply the Fleming left rule, the DC portion will move downward and AB portion will move upward. So the portion which was moving earlier upward now goes downward, and the portion which was going downward now will move upward. So in this way, this coil keep on rotating. Now one very important thing which we have to consider over here or mention over here, that whether the direction of current in the armature coil changes after every half rotation, but the direction of current in the external circuit remain constant. It was, if I take it clockwise, it was clockwise in the first half cycle and it is clockwise in the second half cycle. So this is called DC motor. Why motor? Because you can see that the electric current converted into mechanical energy. And second thing what what we have seen, because it is DC, the direction of current does not change in external circuit. It remains fixed.